Hi, Sharon Sipe. How are you? I did not do a live last night. Spent some time with hubby. We watched The Abyss together from 1989, a really great movie. And so I thought I'd do a bit of a live today. Starting a bit late, but, you know. Hi, Deborah Costro. Yeah, so it's good to see you. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on. Yeah, so really, I was watching news stories. Awful Governor Abbott signing those voting restrictions into law. Oh. Excuse me there. Hi, Pamela Bryant. Hi, Karen Anderson. Hi, Chrissy W. Kathy W. And hi, Grandma D. Hi, Human Generic. It's lovely that you'll just hop on with me and join me out of the blue. Hi, Judy Malley. And hello to those people who have joined me who aren't in the chat. Always appreciate you joining. Scott and Digby are two and Rigby are two who join and don't hop in the chat, or not very often. Hi to you guys, and hello to everyone, of course, who presses on one of my videos later to watch it. Hi, Jay. I sent you an email. Jay, would you like to join me for some fun? And you can introduce yourself and say hello to people. I can buzz you an invite right now if you would like. Let me know. At Hurt213, it's Jay. Hi, Melinda. Melinda, I'll get you to email me. So I've got your email, and if you haven't already. Hi, Sean Muller. I've got an open book today, really, to read on. So, okay, well, I'll send you the invite, and all you have to do is really click on it. So, just excuse me for a couple of minutes here while I send. That's not what I'm worried about at the moment. So, Jay, I've just sent you the email. Karen Bissell, hello. Yes, I didn't. Tuesday nights don't tend to work out very well for me, so I'm thinking of maybe shifting things around a bit. To Wednesday morning and Friday mornings, but we'll see how it goes during the week. What are the energies behind the Mexican Supreme Court's decision to decriminalize abortion? Wow, interesting question, Sean. Where's my book? Here it is. I'm going to look at, on my hidden treasures, I'm going to look at El Dorado, the Holy Grail, and the Ark of the Covenant as well. I might do the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail in one video, but yeah. So anyway, Mexico's Supreme Court. Abortion. Well, there's certainly a financial incentive behind it, but so yeah, if you just I've sent Jay, I've just sent you an email. Well, I've replied to your last email, and it's got the link on it. So hi, Cardamancy Mesquite. So that's a good question to start with. How about we? I'll take a few more questions. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Inside the massive pro-Bolsonaro rally shaking Brazil to its core. Will there be violence in Brazil? Hi, Eddie Smith 2500. How are you? Anyone got a question for me? On Texas, yes. Yeah, I'll look at that. I'm sure the Texas has underground railway. I don't think it'll be that bad, but I do think there's going to be a bit of a kerfuffle between the states. Will they investigate the IRS for allowing Trump to never pay taxes? Interesting question. Is Merrick Garland still underwater and buried? No, Apple, he's not. He is working hard, but there's a lot to clean up and there's a lot to look at. And he is looking at, if I remember the story correctly, he was going to look at the abortion thing, I think, and voting rights as well in Texas. Oh, they can't do that. No, Merrick Garland's not still underwater and buried. He is doing a lot. He's got half a dozen things to do at once, and will dark money go to be exposed? Will dark money? I think I did a reading on this with Danny the other day, but we can have a look at it as well. Be exposed. So I'll have a look at that. Karen Bissell, yes, I've written that down. No, he's just got a lot to do. He's not going to be able to clean everything up overnight. It's going to take time. And hi, the face painter. Oh, here's Jay.
Hello, everyone. What's up?
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Footprint. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Lovely to see you. And
Likewise.
hello, formally. We haven't actually spoken. We've just chatted and emailed. So,
right.
Yeah. Now, Jay's got his channel is Herc213, isn't that? Is that right? Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Hey.
I have subscribed, as usual. I have heaps of stuff going on as well as my tarot stuff, so I haven't had a chance to go and check out your videos yet. Oh, I did one, yeah, and you're pretty good. So, Jay, why don't you take the opportunity to introduce yourself to my viewers and tell us a little bit about yourself? And hi, Shelby, Lisa.
Cool. I just want to say hi to Apple and Sean and to everyone in your chat room too. You guys are awesome people in here. And just like a little short introduction, my name is Jay. Some people know me on YouTube as Herc213. Some on Instagram is Herc420. You know, it used to be the same name, but that was a different story. But I could tell you, for me, I'm just a content creator, yoga instructor, essential oil consultant, and just intuitive reader. I've been using Oracle cards and tarot cards for a year, and I'm good with Oracle cards and tarot cards. That's kind of like my niche, you know. And just like I love, doing readings for people, sharing any messages from spirit, or just doing any personal or current event questions. And I just like to really also help people, when it comes to wellness. Let's say I do like guided sound bath meditations every Monday and Wednesday on my live streams, and even post videos on it too. So I like to mix it up, drop a video or two just to some people to learn and to enjoy, or both. So it's kind of like I'm a multi-dimensional kind of person, but I'm a I'm an artist basically. So, but I'm very compassionate towards my audience, and I love to give them what they want.
Yeah. Wow, that's really great, Jay. I consider myself intuitive as well.
Right.
And it's just been a real eye-opening journey over the last few years for me. So I love it. I love reaching out to people. I love helping them. I also love exploring different avenues, a bit of the unusual as well. And so, yeah, it's something I've loved doing. I started out doing the readings for a while, then posting videos, and then I started on the live. So, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Jay, go check him out. Subscribe if you like what he does, and if you think there's other people who might like what he does too, tell them about him. Tell them about me.
Yes.
About Jay, and yeah, and thumbs up is always good too. So we've got a few questions. Mexico's Supreme Court has just decriminalized abortion.
Oh, I heard about that.
Which is big because Mexico is a largely Catholic country.
Right.
I do feel, of course, there's a financial thing around it. is it going to lead to problems between Texas and Mexico, and perhaps a bit of an underground thing? People going to Mexico for abortions and all that, which is a whole other thing. So,
Yeah.
do you want to have a look at that? Will we look at that?
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable looking at a subject, always let me know, because there's some subjects I'm not 100% comfortable with. I don't read on people who are under 18 and cases involving children and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm very careful about reading on cases that are in the public domain, because, but yeah. So if you're not comfortable in reading on something, let me know, because I don't want my guest or anyone to feel uncomfortable about what they're being asked to read on. So,
I appreciate that. I just, like, for me, my limits are just like medical, like, readings, or just like that too, because I'm not a doctor.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, this is a decision by the court to decriminalize it in Mexico, and what effects it's going to have with Texas, and whether I'd say 100% it was prompted by Texas, but also I do feel, unfortunately, it's also another
Oh, I'm still here. I'm just opening the window.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just have to open the window.
Hey, we have the same chair, except mine's blue. Well, I think it's a very similar. Yeah, I think it's the same chair, except mine's blue.
Is it? Mine's a gaming chair, so.
Oh,
yeah.
No, mine's a gaming chair too. It's similar, but not the same. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They're very good. They're very good. They're very comfortable. I feel like the field of medical tourism, it's sort of go have a bit of a holiday, get an abortion, have a few days down there. So I do feel it is about money. It's not really for the welfare of the women of Texas or whatever, but it's seen as an opportunity. There is some chaos is going to be stirred up around this. What's the implications for Texas? They could become even more draconian. But the thing is, the border is not a state issue. It's a national issue. It's a federal issue. And the states can't stop someone from crossing a border if they want to go into Mexico or whatever. I do feel it's going to stir up emotions. I feel like there's some relief for some women, but I do think Texas are going to try and find a way to limit women from going there or whatever. They might, try and make it so that they have to prove they're not pregnant or something, or it is going to cause some tension. But this is the card of the mercenary. So there is a mercenary intent behind it, in that it's another way to capitalize on people in America and all that. Give them something like, I think there's already a thriving plastic surgery industry. Like for Australia, it's Thailand. People go to Thailand for cheap plastic surgery and stuff, and it often has, hi Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot, and it often has unfortunate results. And
I'm here.
yeah, they're definitely looking at ways to do this, to try and fight this already. But honestly, it's a branch out to these women who they might not be able to go to afford to go to another state and get abortions, but they could probably go down to Mexico and get it done cheaply, with a little bit more safety than having to go to some dingy back room. Yeah, I do feel that like clinics are going to be opening up. There's already talk about opening up clinics, and people are going to be talking, and commitment and funding towards some of these clinics. So I do feel like it's a bid to prey on desperate people who maybe can't afford to go to another state, or afford what it would cost in the US, but can go down there. So it's not an altruistic thing, unfortunately. So yeah, it is medical tourism. Hi, Judy Malley. That's my little dog Whitby, who was barking there, Jay. He's very popular. Okay. And that grunt you might have heard is my husband. Hey, sweetheart. Who might be making a special appearance on my Halloween show. He's very camera shy, but I'm already planning a show for Halloween. So
DB. Someone say hi to fellow people I see on my live stream. Oline.
Oh yeah. Say hi to anyone you like. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Hey, Oline and Sheila and Sharon Seif. It's good to see the peeps here too. Yeah.
Hi, Sheila Inquisitive. So what have you got on that? Have you got anything to read on that?
I threw 4 cards. This is about, was it about? I'm trying to rethink. Because you're going pretty quick.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, was it about the abortions, right? Or I don't want to say that.
It was about what is behind the Supreme Court in Mexico decriminalizing abortion, and the relationship with Texas. So yeah, it's not about the act of abortion itself, which I wouldn't. I looked at some of the consequences of Texas passing the law that they did with Danny the other day, and some of them weren't very good. And yeah, so leaving that at home, just looking at the decision, why they did it, what's the energy around it, and the relationship. So yeah,
that's what I did. I looked at the energy around it too, and I just threw like the first card was this is like one of my elemental oracle decks. Is called the Elemental Oracle. I think I use it a lot. So
got that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. People
nice.
Yeah, I think I do. Elemental. I've got a lot of decks. Hubby was on Facebook with a friend of his the other day, and he's going, and his friend is going, "What's all those boxes behind you?" So keep reading, Jay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just listening to you and looking at Sheila, and she was saying that.
There we go. Elemental Oracle boy.
Oh, you got the same deck. Nice, cool.
Oh,
nice. Okay, yeah. I got the voice card too. It just feels like the Supreme Court's trying to let their voices be heard too, and just like and I just had a weird feeling about it too. And I always look at the positive like effects of what you can do regarding the situation too. And just like for people who are just like against all right, how can I put this in words? Just like to really make their voices be heard too. I just want to get the energy of it too. And just like with the Supreme Court too, they're diving deep on it too. And that's like I with the lake card. And it's some wild stuff going on here with this electricity card, and just, it's just like, oof, it's just like wild energy there. And like the card I got from the bottom of my deck is the gravity card. And so like what we can, excuse my throat, what you can, take from this card too for all of us watching this is just to really ground our energy, because, sometimes we don't have things, can't control of things that we can't control of. And just like when we find our center of gravity and really ground our energy, it can really help us, So that's where I could really just put, where I could say about your question too. And this is totally outside my comfort zone if I'm trying to learn about it. So thank you for having me on there too.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good to get out. And do you do mostly recorded, or do you do you do lives with meditation, don't you?
I do both. I do recordings and lives. So
the next thing I got is there was a story there about lots of rallies in Brazil to support Bolsonaro, who is, of course, Brazil's version of Trump. Hey, Whitby. Yeah, okay. he's trying to get somebody's attention. Hi, Greta. How are you? Greta TK and Renee
hey, what's
Rogers.
up, Peter? What's up?
Yeah. So what's the energy in Brazil at the moment? I'm going to use the elemental oracle cards too, and I'll have a look at the.
Cool.
Hey?
I'm going to look at Brazil too.
Yeah. The hubby's just walked in. So.
No, I'm not loving. That's the problem.
Oh, yes, that turning in, and you can bring a case to get them and turn them in and get $10,000. I mean, that's bloody ridiculous, isn't it? That is as vigilante, and I think even Biden called it a form of vigilante. Yeah. Oh, I'd like to think, Sean Muller, that Mexico is being altruistic, and there might be some, okay, we can help out here, but there's also a very big economic element behind it. So it's hi, Sophie from Bright Opal. How are you? So let's have a look at the energy in Brazil at the moment with all these rallies in support of Bolsonaro. He's very unpopular, but there's a lot of rallies, which I think he may be taking some of his is it real, or is it just warning to the scoundrels, I will not be arrested? I want to say to those who want to make me ineligible in Brasilia, only God can get me out of there. So yeah, you're gonna pull some cards over this, Sheila. Yeah. So let's have a look. Whoa.
Hey, Bright Opal Tarot. What's up, Sophie? Good to see you.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. I've drawn 4 cards on this, and Brazil is really on the precipice of a big shake-up. The first card I pulled is bushfires and fury. And it's really apt that this has an Aboriginal person on it. One of the things about the Australian landscape and the savannas is a lot of people used to think that they were just naturally the way they are. But a lot of the savannas in Australia were created by land management by Aboriginals, and it was a form of cleansing and clearing. So they used to use it to clear areas, so that increased grazing areas for, things like kangaroos and other animals and stuff. And it was used as a form of management, but it was also used as a clearing. But of course, if a bushfire gets out of hand, it is furious. So to me, it's like Bolsonaro is trying to stoke fury, to clear out everyone who's in his way. So he's trying to stoke people to fury and to go and grab his opponents and just clear the ground. And I've actually seen there's I can't remember the word, but it's a practice that we used here, that we used to clear areas for grazing, and it was horrifying. I've seen the aftermath of it. Not the ones that the Aboriginals used for thousands of years, but when white people came and settled in areas, and it was just left devastation behind. It didn't leave room for new growth. It didn't leave room for a succession in order to encourage new growth. It just was devastating effects, and this is what I feel is Brazil could be on the precipice of if this guy is not pulled in and checked. There's a real need to ground him, to bring him back down to earth. And there's a need to fight back with energy and to basically bring new energy through the storms and the cleansing. And there's going to be a real cleansing storm happening. And it's going to take a lot of bravery with the oceans here to take him on. But there are people who will do that. So it's going to be quite a disruptive few months, possibly even a couple of years in Brazil, with the energy behind this man. So that's what I've got. And sorry, I talk a lot.
No, it's okay. I just want to say hi to Edna May.
Hi, Edna May.
Yeah, hey Edna May. Don't want to be rude to cut you off when you're talking. I'm a good listener, so
Don't worry about it. If you see someone say, hi.
that's cool. It's cool. Oh.
Yeah. So what did you get? Did you get anything about this dude in Brazil?
I know somewhat about this dude in Brazil. I just read the energy of Brazil too, to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
Just not looking at it from a politically, just like an open perspective of it. And I got the card of joy. I got totally different cards here too, and just
Really?
like, yeah. I don't know what I sense from this card too is probably just, I don't know if it's from him or just like the people in Brazil or somewhere too. It's just like, for people, I should say too, to really connect with their joy too, because I know some people who live there too, and they're just going through a hard time, and just like for anyone, especially who live there too in Brazil, is just to really find what you love to do with the joy card. This is really connecting about joy. The card of music, and this is really about joy, and just like what you can do from it too. From this from Brazil, you really find your joy again. Just really do stuff that brings you happy. And also, like the second card I got too is the mountain card, and this is like about clarity and just like looking at the bigger picture of things too. It's just like if it comes to this guy and everything's going on in Brazil and the country too, just looking at things from a higher perspective too, looking at the bigger picture, and this is really connected to the earth too, just like the mountain. Because when you on a mountain, you can see the whole bigger picture of things, and when you have that clarity, it really does, brings some, how can I say this? It makes you see the bigger picture of things. That's what I'm going to say. But the third card I have too is the out of core card. And this is really, I didn't make this up. I just drew these cards out of here. It's just like with this card too. And this is really means to really just like be open-minded about, anything, especially if anyone's considering, just want this guy out of office in Brazil, or just like seeing a different leader in your nation too. Whether that, you're open to really be open-minded and, to new possibilities, so on and so forth. Just like with the outer core card, it's really all about being open-minded and being open too. I'm just, looking at this too from Brazil's energy, just, good time for people to be, more open.
Yep.
Yeah, and the last card I got from the bottom of the deck too is the plants card. And so, like, this is a really powerful message too. And this is like connected to the earth energy, like the mountain card. And what anyone can take from this is just to really plant some ideas that, you really want to set forth, especially like, what people can do in Brazil, like, just say like, they want to just find ways to really just say, I know, like change things around in Brazil too, really plant those seeds and just, plant some ideas, but plant those seeds around, making them grow, so on and so forth. And, you're going to say something, Footprint?
Yeah, no, just, no, I wasn't, no. I've got Linda, Sheila. Hi, Linda. Hi, Shelby, Lisa, and hi, Cardamancy. Yeah. Sheila Inquisitive Tarot, she was going to have a read on it, so I want to know if she wants to join us. And
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna, just for a minute, I might disappear off your screen for a minute, or I don't know if you'll still see me, but I'm just gonna buzz her an email. So
Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. Hey, this is something, this is our first time meeting Footprint and doing these kind of readings just differently, because usually I see a question, I know what I'm reading, but out of it, not.
oh, Sean,
cool. Thanks. Cool. I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this message, I say it's just like a good time for people to really plant some ideas, whether you want this guy out of office or change things around Brazil. That's pretty much I could say.
I don't know. I don't know if Jay has. Have you got the super stickers yet, or anything like that, or you have enough subscribers for that? Or,
no, I need 1,000 subscribers to get those kind of super chats.
Yeah. So go and subscribe and all that. And do you have a PayPal or anything if people want to donate?
I could send you my link tree. It has all my PayPal, social media, all that too. So let me get that real quick. Oh, let me get that real quick. I didn't expect this today, but this is fun.
No, if you just email, I'll put I'll put the link. So if you want to send a donation to Jay, please, use his PayPal and stuff. So he's just going to email it to me, and I will put it on my what do you call it?
Okay, yeah, I'll email it to you right now.
Page.
Cool.
Thank you, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. And
okay, I've done it. I sent it to your email. You should probably get it soon.
Yeah. So and we're just waiting for Sheila. Inquisitive Tarot. I sent you an email, Sheila, so it should have the link on it. So please come and join us.
So I like how you just invite people on just to join your live stream. I do that too sometimes. No, seriously, like even my live streams, my friends join. It's
it's like sometimes, it's good to have people on and stuff. And I really enjoy, and also when I have the opportunity to help someone along, people have helped me along too, and it's just good to do so. and give other people a bit of a helping hand and stuff at times. And
Cool.
yeah, it's like Ron. I've got to check out Ron's channel, which is where I met Jay on Ron Unconditional Love.
Oh, my
on
big
his-
brother Ronald. He's cool. He's the dude. He's the man.
Yeah, and I think that what I might do is, I don't know, when you hit 1,000 subscribers, let me know, and I will give away another 10-minute Zoom to
Cool,
one of your
Shelby. Thank
subscribers.
you, Shelby. Appreciate that.
Session.
That's
So it'll, okay, and a 5-card reading, 10-minute Zoom session, 5-card reading with one of your subscribers. So I'll do that when you hit 1,000 as well. So
nice.
if you want a 10-minute Zoom reading with me, a free 10-minute Zoom reading with me and a 5-card spread, subscribe to Jay, and if you subscribe to Ron Unconditional Love Tarot as well, you might get 2 of them. Could get 2, and I'll get Ron and Jay to however they want to pick a winner or whatever. And I don't know whether you guys will say, oh, look, put a comment here or something. And I think what I did was I said, put a comment in if you want a free reading, and then I used some random number tables. And Sheila's coming. She's got time. She said, I'm coming. And then I said,
oh wow!
okay.
I just have 271 subscribers. Just oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just
So
checked.
I'll write down here. Herc 123 213.
Yeah.
1,000. Free 10-minute Zoom. It can be Zoom, it can be WhatsApp, whatever you have available to you. Okay, and yeah, so Ron, if you're watching, Ron Unconditional Love Tarot, let me know. I'll keep an eye and let me know. I will. I'll keep an eye on your subscriptions. Jay's got 200 and something, I think.
Yeah, 272 now. I just reloaded with my YouTube studio app. So tip 3 is going up. I've never seen it like this before. Wow. Thanks, guys.
Well,
I appreciate it.
what I'll do is 1,000's quite a way away. I might actually bring it down to, because Ron's over 500. For you, I might bring it down to 500. So let me know when you hit 500.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. You know, even if I have 500, 10,000.
What I'll do, let me know when you hit 500. Hi, Sheila. How are you doing, my darling girl?
Oh, I'm hanging.
Hey, Sheila, what's up?
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm good, Sheila. And yourself?
I'm good.
Cool.
So, did you do Bolsonaro? The energy of Bolsonaro in Brazil? What'd you get?
I put the cards away, but at the last card was the 5 of Wands. So there was a definite battle there. So I definitely got that. Yeah, definitely. So.
Yeah. Hi, Sophie.
Hey, thank you, Deborah. Deborah
I've got some new cards. So.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sophie.
Eva Ross.
Hey, Sophie.
Hi, Eva Ross. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Australians are always happy, and it's so much fun to listen to them in person. Well, thank you. We are always happy. Well, also. Okay, how about we make a party of 4? Sophie, would you like to join us? It might be getting a bit late for Sophie, but we'll see. If Sophie would like to join us, she can just let us know and I'll buzz her an invite. How are you going?
Sophie, yeah. Yes, that'd be cool.
How are you going, Sheila?
Oh, I'm good.
You got your sun top on. I have
well, I had a different shirt on. I was supposed to have a show, but I think I messed up the time zone with Susan Lynn. So I think it was me. I went back to the email. I was like, it's my fault. So, but I've just been hanging around. So
yeah,
I'm just here.
the Pillars of
What are you
Creation.
hearing?
The Pillars
I
of
love
Creation.
it.
I bought it from
You're coming
Sorry?
on my channel on Thursday, right? Are we still
am.
on? Yes,
still-
the 9th.
Yes. Thursday morning before we'll go from you then on to me. So what, 7
Right.
o'clock? 7 o'clock my time? And we'll do a couple of hours.
Yeah,
and then-
7. Yeah.
I'll be right back,
Mm.
guys. I gotta feed my dog Ricky. So I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, full disclosure, because I have not been doing very much, but this is like my first one. But it's like I'm having one of these. So I apologize. So I don't like to do this. I'm trying not to do this kind of stuff anymore because I don't like it. But
What's that?
impromptu. So I'll go get some water. I'll dump it in the water.
Friday
No.
said she's making coffee and will join. So just
Right.
excuse me for I'm just going to buzz her.
But I got
And-
some more decks today.
Yeah?
I got the Modern Way today. It's really neat. And I got the Vintage Tarot today. This
Yeah?
one. Yes.
Hang
and
on a
I
minute.
forget what this one is. This is like a totally new one too. The Mystical something.
That's mystical. And what's the other one? What's the vintage
Mystical
tarot you got?
Moments. Yes. So
Yeah.
We'll
I've
try
got
them
some
out.
ice coffee today. So
right.
a bottle of
Well,
ice coffee.
that's a tarot deck. This is tarot. This is not oracle. So
Okay. Yeah.
they are big. The cards are kind of large, but they're not. Like this is the 9 of Cups. They're very pretty, though, I have to say. So, hi, everyone.
Everyone who's been asking to, I am going to start lessons with tarot. And I'm also looking at doing a workshop around the symbolism in tarot and it's something called semiotics, which is about how symbols and signs affect the way in which we move through life, things like that. So if I thought that would be interesting to do a workshop with that. And but also I am going to, I've been asked by quite a few people, when am I going to do some lessons? And I'm going to start lessons in about 2 weeks.
Great.
So I'm going to start out with looking at the major arcana and those, and doing just some major arcana spreads. So it's going to start out with major arcana, and then I'm going to do
Great.
each of the suites, and yeah, so you'll get more information, and I'll upload a document, I think I can upload a document to my community page, which you should be able to download, which will have stuff on it, and it'll have details. It's something I'm only going to, I've got to charge a little fee for, but it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be like a nominal fee per lesson. So it's
Sure. Well,
yeah.
I'm
the
actually
time it-
going to create my own deck. I'm actually thinking about
Wow.
doing it. I've got some blank cards, and I'm going to do a prototype, kind of like a mix between the tarot and an oracle. So I'm kind of like messing around with that idea right now. So I'm kind of drawing some things and taking ideas from simple decks like this one, and just kind of like mix and mash. But I want to make the images my own and not what's in the decks. So it's kind of like, yeah, because I have those blank cards, and I'm going to try to do something like that.
I have an idea for an oracle deck as well, but I'd love to be able to do the artwork myself, but I'm not an artist. So I think I maybe reach out to a cousin of mine who is.
You're a scientist. You can draw charts. You can do a tarot deck. Yes, you can.
So I could just use I could even use Microsoft Paint or something to do things. So yeah. Yeah,
Right?
Jay has emailed me his link.
Still going.
Hang on.
Okay.
So we'll. Uh,
Right.
okay. To me,
I can't reach it. I can't. Yeah, I have a deck that's like it's like the RWS deck, but it's got blank cards and the backs are the same. But I'm gonna go through some prototypes. I've got a whole bunch of other blank cards coming so that when I screw up something, I can replace it with the right one. But I just kind of want to have something that speaks to me for like, when we're talking about the politics, I want a jail card and I want things like that.
yeah.
So
And yeah, so yeah, he's got Jay doesn't have the numbers to be able to do the supers yet or anything, but I'm pretty sure he's got his
but I'm not going to
PayPal yeah.
Even when I get there, I'm not going to do it. So I'm not.
I've got to do what?
Super chats, because then I have to report this to my job.
All right. Okay.
We're not going to do it. But
yeah, no. Well, that's fine. Yeah. We all have things, obligations and stuff too. So, and it's like, do you do it? Do you not? And stuff like that.
And I got some decaf coffee yesterday, which I think is fantastic. Some Pete's coffee. I tried it today. It was absolutely delicious. It was really good. So
what brand is it?
Pete's.
Keats. I haven't heard of them.
Yeah. Peets.
Sorry.
Peets, like Pete's, but with 2 E's. Like,
oh, okay.
It was good.
Okay. So what did you get on Brazil?
Huh?
You said it ended up with the 5 of wands, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. That was like, I can do another one.
So good. I listened so well.
Let me do another poll. Let me do another poll. Let's see with the new cards. Let's try this.
Somebody asked.
Oh, okay.
Will the IRS be investigated for allowing Trump to never pay taxes?
Well, it's not going to work quite like that, though.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's not how it works, though. It's going to be more like, if he's being audited, they're going to have records on him. It's not going to be on them that way. Yeah. So it's not going to go in that direction.
I think the first thing that entered my mind was a review of processes. Hi, Marie Sutton. Hi, Shelby Lisa.
Well, there's always that.
Tiba Ross, hey.
Well, let's say, all right, let me see.
Yeah. And
the taxes have gone out to New York, right?
Yes,
so
state and federal taxes.
Right.
So
let's see.
Hello.
Jay's joined us just in time. Sophie's just joined us. Hi, Sophie.
Yes.
And we're looking at the IRS. Will they be investigated for allowing Trump to never pay taxes? And as Sheila was saying, it's never quite as simple as that.
It's not. But I've got justice over here, so something's going to happen right here, right away.
Yeah.
So something is going to happen. Page of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Swords. And Temperance. So Ace of Swords.
We're looking at the IRS. Will they be investigated for allowing Trump to never pay taxes? And it's not quite as simple as that. This is a minor celebration card, also a card of bringing things home. Yeah, no real investigation. But there's hope here, and hope the star card.
Yes.
To me, it's also looking in a different direction. Thank you, Shelby, Lisa, and also hope in review. It's like water's being poured straight in, but then the water on the side is going through a filtering process because it's going into the ground and then it's making its way to the water. And then there's the magician, everything they need. When I first saw that question, what I got was review. I think there's going to be a review of practices and processes within the within the organisation itself, and all government departments need review at times.
The GAO will do that. The Government Accounting Office. They are the ones who do the audits on all the government agencies. So
it is past time that these things got reviewed, and there will be some review of some of the loopholes that Trump has been able to take advantage of. I feel are going to be closed, and Trump and others, and Trump's not the only one who's taken advantage of these loopholes to let them. And there's definitely going to be new tax brackets introduced and stuff. So it's very much in that vein. So that's what I've got. What about you, Sophie?
Yes,
Jay's.
that's me. Well, I asked if the IRS was going to be investigated for allowing Trump not to pay taxes, and all I can see with the temperance card here is that them putting water into Trump's Trump's pocket, basically. And with the Wheel of Fortune in the yes position, I would say yes, there will be some kind of investigation or evaluation or something like that to provide to look into that. That's going to create a lot of anxiety and quick reaction, knee-jerk reaction. I don't see. I see that there could be a chance that Nancy Pelosi might be somewhat involved in that, but through another person who's more. How can I say this? Um, uh, More diplomatic than she is, basically, and I think that all the sandcastles that Trump has been building are going to be crushed. I don't see a Congress. That's a tough word to say for a French girl. Congressional investigation, I would say. It could be like you were mentioning, Sheila, a specific department just overseeing other departments that would look into that, but it would be somewhat investigated.
No, it will not be anybody in Congress. Well, I mean, they will look at it, but it's going to be the GAO.
That's the
Government Accounting Office. Okay. They do audits of all of the agencies. They've done it for, stop myself, but they do it, and that's how that goes. But the IRS, we're talking about an investigation. This is not something where people are. I hear a lot of things on YouTube about, are these people going to be fired? Career civil servants are not going to be fired for political stuff. That's not how it works. The political appointees can get fired, but not the career servants. They're just doing what they're told to do. So there's a lot of things that are getting mixed up, and it really kind of freaks me out when I hear it. So it's like that's not how it works, and it's just not.
Nancy Pelosi,
it just doesn't.
Nancy Pelosi's somewhat involvement, could it be done behind the the
However,
GAO.
I will say this: when there is a congressional request or something where they send to an agency, the Congress says, we want to get this information from you. That cannot be ignored. And people have to respond to it. There are certain things that go on in the government that have to be done. Freedom of information requests. Boy, I'm probably showing my hand. Okay, anyway, but
You can't say
the
everything,
point is,
but yeah.
well, but there are levers within the government to check on these things. So if there is something, it's not that the IRS can't get this information out. They couldn't do it when 45 was there because he was
Yeah.
going crazy. So it was like, this stuff is happening now. We've got a different administration, and I think it's going to come to light. The tax documents have already been given up to New York. So New York has all of it. So it's like it's out there. So it's no longer, behind closed doors. So it's going to start coming to light. But, I think we need to wait. We need to let things work, because I think that New York has got it. But it takes time to show this is what we have. This is what the results are. But we're gonna get there. So,
But the GAO, do they not do investigation, or they do evaluation?
they do
of their
audits. So
audits?
they can come into an agency, like say they want to look at the IT department, and they want to go, okay, so what's going on in here? And do you not have a CIO for how long? What is going on? It's like, what's happening? Where's the money being spent? What's going on here? What's going on there? And how can we make it better? And they say, this is the recommendation to fix it. So you can do, I'm really showing my right now. Okay. But I know it. I'm private citizen. Okay, tonight's private citizen. Okay. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, but they will look at everything. They can look at everything that an agency does, and it's
Okay.
I like
on.
actually they're the bomb, and it's like they do help improve things. So
We've got Sharon Sype is worrying a little bit about Jay.
Oh, Sharon, I'm okay. I just don't want to interrupt.
Jay's all right.
He went to his doggy, and he's come back. And hello, Debbie, and and others who have joined recently. If I haven't said your name because I haven't seen it. So Jay, did you draw some cards on this with the IRS and stuff like that? And
yeah, because I'm the last person to talk about politics, but I always have
it's
my
not
opinion
politics.
about it. Yeah, so that's just
That's
me
not
saying
politics.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, Sheila. So I'm just saying about the
Just
IRS.
pull some cards.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And the first card I got was the rain card. And what this card means, it's just like I feel like, and sensing it, the energy of it, it's just like the IRS is doing some kind of cleanse. They're trying to like cleanse out the old and just, really trying to just say clearing some stuff out and just cleared some stuff out too. That's like the first card I drew, just with the IRS, like, I got a hit. And it's like the rain card. It's like, okay, they're trying to clear some stuff out. And and the first card I got too was the mountain card too. So it's kind of like, they're trying to, with the first two cards, clearing card and just like looking at the bigger picture. So it's kind of like, okay, just like with the IRS is going on, it's just like really trying to clear some stuff out and looking at the bigger picture of things. But also with the other two cards I have too, I got the protection card and I got the card of the lake. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I can pull this up too. And just like, with these two cards together, I feel like they're trying to really protect something, really are diving deep of trying to protect something. So that's like sensing the energy of it. With the protection card, it's like, okay, they're trying to protect some assets, resources, and all that. And with the lake card, they're really diving into the energy. So I feel like, going back to the other two cards too, there's just the first card I pulled with the rain card, they're really trying to clear some stuff out, clean out the old, really getting rid of all the toxic stuff, what's going on, and just trying to look at the bigger picture of things. But I got the protection card, and with the lake card, they're really trying to protect some kind of acids or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm just really sensing the energy of it. So that's what I got.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see what you're getting to with the cleansing, also with the protective thing, because there's this, and with the lake, there's so much beneath the surface that and protection for, as said, for your career civil service, which Trump had no problem getting rid of, did he? I mean, he was terrible. Hi to Harley Girl and Sandra Henderson. Hi, thanks for joining us, guys. Pete, ETS. Oh, Pete's
coffee.
Yeah, the P. I have a little bit of hearing problem sometimes, and yeah, so you can say P, and it sounds like T. So, yeah.
Right. So what I pulled was I've got the strength card. So okay, for IRS. So okay, so this is not even them. This is Trump. He thinks that he's got this stuff under control, right? Okay, but it's not with the 5 of Wands, and there's a lot of battling and defeat. All right. So then I pulled clarifiers, and I get the King of Cups, and this is my Biden card. All right. So they're just like lying in wait. They're just waiting for the moment when it's over. So I really don't. It's going to come down. We're going to find out what's going on there. So it won't be long.
No, it won't be.
It won't be
with
long.
The 8 of Wands. Yeah.
Oh, I just pulled that one just now.
Yeah.
Off the top. 81. So.
Yeah. The next question I've got written down, and I looked at it with Danny the other day, but somebody's asked it again here, is will dark money in SCOTUS be exposed? Now, the Supreme Court and all that. So looking at the energy for the Supreme Court, and there are people who, for a lot of cases, they need to start out being a judge. They have to run for election and stuff in some areas, don't they? So it's a really interesting question.
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Will dark money in SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, be exposed? Will the dark money that is there, that's have been contributed to some of the early campaigns? And I know that for the Supreme Court and the federal court and all that, you nominate it. It's not a campaign, but up until that, and some of the state Supreme Courts you nominated, but up to a certain stage, a lot of judges in the US are elected. Is that correct?
Can you repeat?
No, they're not elected. Okay.
They're not elected.
The Supreme Court are appointed. They're appointed, and they have lifetime appointments. However, what they're talking about right now is putting term limits, but that may be unconstitutional. And if they want to do that, they've got to make a new amendment in order to do it. You just can't limit it, because if it's not in the Constitution, it makes it unconstitutional. So there's been a lot of discussion about that this week. So that was interesting. However, I think he can expand the court. So
they've said that quite a bit. Yeah.
So, but yeah, the term limits are kind of unconstitutional, and there's a lot of chatter about that. So
they've had to add an amendment.
But will the dark? Okay, thank you, Mims, and hi, Mims.
Hey, what's up, Mims? Thank you.
Will the dark money around our SCOTUS be exposed? Okay, thank you for that.
Thanks, Mims.
Thank you, Mims. As always.
Lower judgeships are sometimes elected in certain localities.
Okay. Yes, that is true. She is correct.
Yeah. So that's what I was talking about, up to a certain point in some areas. They're elected, and I think that's where the campaign donations and all that. That's where
Right.
some of that dark money influence. Well, it starts, doesn't it? So
That's good.
it's yeah. So let's have a look at that.
Ooh.
I'm keeping my cards, guys, to 5 now because I can get very, very deep.
You can.
So it doesn't matter when I'm on my
That's
own,
okay.
but when I've got others to share with me, it's like I'm not going to be rude and hog all the time. So I've got, yes, at the core of this, of course, is the dark money. The deals that are made sometimes very, very early on in careers if they started at the elected level. But also just when they're appointed even, the people they know lobbying. I'm sure judges get lobbied along with any other person with power. And that is at the core of this. The 8 of Cups here. In the past, it's a challenge here because it can, in some cases, cause an abandonment of the core principles of the job you've been appointed to. And that is a problem, being lobbied and the influence and, especially if you're making your way up. People with influence in higher offices. So, yeah, I've got the 8 of Cups, and that can cause, in some cases, abandonment of those basic tenets and principles in order to get further. You've got that too, Sheila. Yeah. And it's like your guiding light that should be there is basically you're walking away from those guiding principles. This has to be looked at with caution. And there has to be more investigation and vetting into these people, into their past judgments and all that. Even the ones appointed by Democrats, there really has to be deeper vetting, and honestly, they should be able to come out smelling like a rose. But with no smell of manure that's fed their roots, you know what I mean? And there has to be more talking to the people who served under them and around them and put them under oath. Don't just talk to them and say, oh, get the report and all that. Put them under oath if they're testifying about the person that they're being asked about. With the page of thought, because a lot of people, oh, this guy can influence my career further on, so I can't tell people the truth. I'm under oath. Yeah, there's definitely, and that way, the dark money, the associations with corporations and things is more likely to come out. What is there currently? Will that come out? Some of the dark money stories, some of the current crop are just heartbreaking. And people would feel really betrayed if they knew the whole story. Will it come out? Oh, yeah. Yep. I do think it will. For some of them at least. Some of them might retire before it does. There you go. That's me. Having done 7 cards, saying I'd only do 5. How'd you go, Jay?
I've got
Oh,
12. Okay.
okay. The first two cards I have for this question too, that Mims just so said, I got the rain card, I got the snow card too. So I think like, I got a definitely yes, but it's gonna be like they're gonna be exposed like behind the scenes. It's gonna be really silent, but they're gonna be exposed. I just feel like, it's a confident yes with these two cards. Because with the other two cards I have too, also, let me see if I could share them equally here, is the ignition card, the fire card, and the equator. This really means like it's gonna really, they're gonna take action when it comes to this issue, and they're gonna find some balance to this also. So I think it's a yes, but also they're gonna be working behind the scene. That's what I'm feeling. It's gonna be behind the scenes exposure, but they're really going to take action and they're going to bring some balance to the situation. So that's what I got with the other two cards too. The fire card, it really means ignition. Is really means like fire, action, and all that. And just like the equator, this really means to find some balance. So that's what I got from it too. The 4 cards. So I'm really trying to break it down to 4 cards, and so that's pretty much all I got.
You want to go next, or you want me to go? Oh, sorry, Chrissy.
Yeah, no, I've already gone. Who wants to go next?
You want me to go next?
Sheila's going, pointing to you, Sophie. So,
well, again, my wheel of fortune has fallen into the yes position. They'll be exposed. They'll be out in the cold, and they are going to live a tower moment, and people are going to feel like they've been stepped in the back somehow. I wonder why. I think that there are some things that are not going to necessarily be seen by everyone, but a lot of judgment, a lot of reevaluation is going to be done. Some may leave, but I feel that the keep calling it the basement, that the foundation is going to be shaken a little bit. But I felt this was very negative, and I wanted to see if there was something else to know. And I feel that it like the justice system will survive and will regain its stability, and with good business sense, with good common sense, it will be prosper again, and stable will be coming back, and the structure and morale. That's the king of sword, right side up. There's going to be stability. There's going to be a good morale system, and a good detachment. So it's interesting that it starts with the Queen of Swords and ends with the King of Swords. So I feel that it's not going to be the end of the world. It is going to be shaking though, but it's not going to be the end of the world. The justice system will prevail. What do you get, Sheila?
Okay. Well, I'm
you
starting
got
off.
him behind the scenes as Jay.
Starting,
Sheila, how did that?
yeah, it's my turn. Okay. So here's the magician.
Yeah.
With the dark money. All right, look at this guy back here. He's looking kind of dark over there,
Yeah.
like holding on to whatever. So I've got the emperor, and you know who this is, who he wants to be. Okay. So we have that. But I pulled a clarifier on him and I got this. So there's a self-confidence issue there with that emperor, right? So we've got opportunities. So, and I know this is about SCOTUS, but it's like some of this stuff is like the prequel. This is the stuff that happened to get them there. So just keep that in mind. So with the Hierophant, I feel like this is the court, because they're the one lording over the rest of us, right? So I clarified, and I'm getting right away, I've got the 6 of Wands. We've got that success. So they're having success right now with everything that they're doing. And to further that, I've got the 10 of Pentacles. So there is some money behind it, people supporting these laws and things that they're doing. With the Queen of Wands, the inspiration. So they think that they've got, what they need to pull this off. I do have the Chariot, so it's moving in that direction. Unfortunately for them, they've got new partnerships, new people that are jumping on board. With the Ace of Pentacles, there is money involved again, and there's still purpose with the money involved. So they think that that money is going to keep flowing in there, and it's just going to keep. I don't see an end. So I could try. Let me see if we get the world. That would be the one. Let's see. Let's just do a random.
Hi,
Nope,
Patricia.
but I do have
Aintree.
judgment. I did get judgment.
Oh,
though.
Yeah.
I'm so
Right.
sorry. It's never
So
safe to
that's-
pause.
That's
I'm
what
so
I got.
sorry.
I get killed.
Yeah, my husband will pause for a breath and I'll jump in and start talking. Okay, let me finish. There's been a 7.0 earthquake in Acapulco
Yes.
just not long ago.
In Acapulco?
Acapulco, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So I thought seven's quite big. So I thought I'd do a couple of cards on that. And so it's I haven't seen any pictures or anything yet. Hit some Twitter, blah 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 blah. Cameras in the department of something. Yeah. No. I suppose. So I thought we'd have a quick look at that. There's been talk of amongst the readers of increased earthquake activity and increased other things. So what I thought we'd have a look at is what's the energy there with increased activity, earthquake activity in that. I'm going to use the oracle card, the elemental oracle card. That
Pardon my ignorance, but is Acapulco on the east coast or the west coast in Mexico?
Acapulco is on the southeast coast of Mexico, yes. So it's, where Mexico goes and joins onto Central America. It's sort of about halfway. Yeah, on the Pacific Ocean, yeah.
Okay, so it's in the Ring of Fire.
Oh.
It is part of the Ring of Fire. Growth, the plant, age protection, darkness with the moon, and the sun, light. So I'm using the elemental oracle cards, which are the cards that Jay has been using, and they're by Stacey DeMarco. They're a great deck, aren't they, Jay? They really are. And
they're awesome. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I have 2 new decks. Actually, I think I did a re-review on 2. I don't know if I should show you. This one's called the Goddesses and Sirens deck. That's one of them. This one's
I don't know. I don't think I have that one. I might have, actually.
You do? You have this one too. The Gods and Titans have both these decks. These are my new decks. I'm gonna study them right this whole.
I've got a couple of those ones, but what I've got here is plants and growth. Gods and Titans. Yeah, I do have one of them. I might even have both. But I've got
every deck.
Earthquake, of course, it's part of the tectonic plate that's there. And it's part of a natural process. And I'm seeing an upwelling too of growth. It's you might even see maybe even some more mountain building happening somewhere. as especially along the South American coastline where one pushes up the other. Here's my geographical background coming in, and you've got one plate pushing under the other and forcing stuff up.
Right.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they see like a slow rising of the land and stuff around there. Basically, the growth of new land. Protection cave. I do feel that there might have to be some areas where people are going to have to clear out of because of the seismic activity. It's just going to get too much. They're going to have to go to a safer place with a cave into a safer place. So that could be further inland. It could be further up the coast. And not just in Mexico, but all around the rim. I mean, New Zealand is a perfect example of a continually growing country in terms of area and all that with the seismic activity. I've got the moon and darkness. I feel there could be a major eruption somewhere with this, with the dust causing darkness, and then the sun and light coming out, which is the dust clearing. So I feel there might be a major eruption somewhere around that rim, or even that's not the only area either, but because there's all through Southeast Asia, the Southeast Asian plate, which we're on in Australia. I don't see Australia getting any bigger, but we have something on the East Coast called compression quakes, which is when pressure is released at the edge of the plate, it sort of causes a bit of a bounce because the pressure in the plate sort of brings the Australian continent down a wee bit. It might only be centimetres or something, but it pushes it down a bit. And then when that pressure is released, it's sort of like a bit of a bounce. And people feel tremors on the East Coast up in the Great Sliding Range and things like that. And it's just a compression, a bit of a bounce, even though the edge of the plate is thousands of miles away, you know. But I do feel there might be something major in the volcanic way happening soon. It could be more than one, two, it could even be a few happening to cause an extended period of cloudiness, of darkness, of before.
Right.
And this is interesting. The sun, the light, the way this is portrayed, it looks like the sun is turning into molten lava. A new light on a new land, sort of. So I do feel there's going to be some land building happening as well, just in the natural processes. Like there's a volcanic island that's popped up out of nowhere a few years back and stuff like that. I feel there might be a few more of those happening. Over to you. Who's next?
I'm going with judgment, okay? Because it's going to happen anyway. So it's like, you know what? This is what the earth does. It just does it.
You know, wake up and feel it. Yeah.
It's alive. Yes, judgment. It's going to happen.
It's not necessarily to do with climate change either.
Right.
It's a natural process. So,
we need to have the tectonics, and we need to have the volcanoes. We have to have earthquakes. We have to have all of this for the earth to be alive. When that stops, it's dead. So
exactly,
it's good. So judgment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you done already?
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Well,
open your science book.
Well, the first card I got was the Empress. This is the I usually go by images more than the title of the card because the images talk to me more. Mother Earth, and then look at this. Can you see here?
Mm-hmm.
This is
North
America. I see North America, and I see the I said it before, the Rim of Fire or whatever. And like you,
Okay.
I see volcanoes.
Mhm.
And next three cards, I saw this is the Wheel of Fortune, like you were mentioning,
Mhm.
wishing that, we coulda, shoulda, woulda, do things differently, and the Tower. But we're resilient. We always come out of it winners, and, we have the strength to get through this. But it is part of the circle of life. That's the image that I have in my mind, the Earth's circle of life. It's part of the Earth being alive.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I do see volcanoes coming from that too, and more earthquakes.
Mhm.
Gloom and doom. What about you, Jay?
Oh, it's not good.
No, sorry to laugh. I didn't mean to laugh about talking about the volcanoes. I know the first card I drew, I wasn't going to draw any cards actually. I was going to say, like, these things happen naturally because, the earth has its own consciousness and entity. And, like Sheila said, if things get,
Mhm.
are stopped, we're all screwed basically, because they're all interconnected with the earth, not just the human beings, but the plants and all that too. And so, like,
Yeah.
the first card I got was the plants card. Obviously, it's just like,
Oh, yeah, the
yeah,
growth. Yeah.
y-
You got the
yeah,
same
you got
one.
the
Yeah.
same one. Confirmation.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like
Mhm.
Mother Nature will do be Mother Nature. It's like volcanoes, storms, and all that too. It's like those things are way beyond out of our control too. It's just like how things are, and just like the second card I got, the expansion. It's just like, it's not going to stop anytime soon. It's going to keep on expanding, keep on going, and all that. So I think these are two cards I might just draw on this too. It's just like, it's nature is just like, it's part of us. It's always will be part of us. And, these kind of things happen for a reason too. And, when it comes to the earth too, it's just like when you have that earthly connection, it really brings things in perspective, especially when we honor, hug a tree, or just sing, plant a rose, or even just plant a garden too. It's just like, even like with volcanoes too, I'll talk about that. It's just like, the volcano, the lava comes out. When the lava cools, it becomes the land and all that too. It really just creates more stuff too from all that chaos. Chaos, when it's settled
Mhm.
down, it just makes some new stuff. So it's like, it's, things happen for a reason. It's like, going back to this card expansion, it's not going to stop anytime soon. So the
Mm.
earth will be the earth.
Well,
So
order
that's
comes out of chaos because when you have, as you said, the lava coming out and new soil being formed as it hardens and weathers, and then you have the process of succession, which is new plant growth, starting off with weeds and then grass and then bushes and so on and so forth, and it's a natural process, and it's a process of renewal, and
mm-hmm.
yeah, and in this is something that we can't control. So, in an area that's going through this new growth, move away, move to an area of protection.
Mm.
There are towns that are covered in lava flows and all that, where people moved away from because that's what they had to do. Nothing was going to stop that growth, and it's yeah, it's. So, I'm trying to think back to my basic volcanology and seismic studies with subduction and I can't remember the other word, which is shame.
Exactly.
Shame on me.
What she said is
Subduction is when
spot
it goes
on.
out, and
Mm.
ascension is when it comes up. Whatever. I
And
can't remember the word, but yeah. Um, so, guys, I think we might wrap it up there. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yes.
This was really, really.
Thank you for having us.
thank you for Chrissy.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chris.
and that's all right. You can call me Footprint. You can call me Chrissy. You can call me
Okay.
Hey You.
That's the people in the chat room. Estella made a good point
It's just like
about the earth.
you can
Yeah.
call me, will you let me speak? Which is what my husband calls me a lot of the time. Or just call me late for dinner. That's the old saying, isn't it? Hi, Linda B. I saw your name earlier, and yeah, so I will be back. Well, same time tomorrow to do my normal thing. Actually, I will be back with Sheila
On Thursday.
On
my
Thursday.
channel.
Great.
Thursday my time,
Right.
and 7 p.m. your
My
time
time.
on
Yep.
Wednesday evening. Yep.
Yep.
So
It
mine's
should be
going to be
a lot of
very
fun.
long. Hi, everyone. Hi, Estelle. You don't ever have to apologise for coming in late or even not being here. I just feel blessed and privileged that people like to join me. Thank you again to all my guests, to Jay at Herc231, Bright Opal, Tara,
Anytime.
Dorothy, from
Thank-
Inquisitive.
I see
Thank you for
every
inviting
year.
us. That
Yes,
was very nice. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
fun.
always is fun to share it. Sometimes it's nice to share the load too, and to have other people come in and give different perspectives too. And
Yeah.
Yes.
so love you all. So everyone, stay safe, stay happy, stay loving, and stay strong and healthy. And I will catch up with all of you later and talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.
Great.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Rondell.
Bye, everyone.
See you, Rondell. Always good to see you. Nice
Bye.
having you in the chat room.
Turn this off live. We'll turn in the live broadcast here.